that was one uh, Disney remake that did not go horribly wrong. So, in case you're wondering, I'm in my bed right now. It's kind of off the ground, just a little bit. It's a loft bed. Um, so if you can't tell by the title of the video, I just got back from seeing 2019's Lion King, and it was okay. It was pretty good. Um, it was literally one of those films that I would watch more than once. Um, so in case you haven't figured out, there's going to be spoilers in this, even though The Lion King is like a 20-year-old movie. So there's not really going to be a whole lot of spoilers, but it's a newer version of it, so it's going to be some spoilers. So if you have not seen 2019 Lion King, do not watch this video, um, because I do not want to have people ticked off at me in the comments section. So spoilers start now. So you have been warned. Don't yell at me in the comments. So this movie was a pale copy of the original Lion King. And I realized, oh, it's supposed to be the same story and everything else, and blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, it was. It was the same thing. Um, I'm glad that James Earl Jones came back as Mufasa. And I'm also glad that the story was the same, because the Lion King, the original one, was an instant classic when it was made, and so is this one to a point. I do like the cartoon one better. And some of you may not know this, but my favorite Disney song of all time is Scar's Be Prepared. They messed that song up so badly in this new remake. I'm like, no. I could not do that scene. That entire scene was so horribly done. I was not impressed with it. The acting choices that they got for this movie was mediocre. And the reason why I say that is Mufasa was still played by James Earl Jones, which is great. But Simba was not played by, I can't think of his name, the original actor who played adult Simba in the original. And that's fine, but Simba's adult Simba's voice was okay. Sorry, my neck hurts. Nala's voice was okay. Scar's voice I didn't like. I wish they had gotten someone that sounded more evil to play Scar, because when you think Lion King Scar, you think of a guy who is downright evil, menacing to hear, and definitely to look at. Now, in the 2019's Lion King, Scar does look very intimidating, but that's just because he's a lion. And, God, this is hurting my neck. But I can't sit up all the way because the ceiling's right there. But when he was singing "Be Prepared," I didn't feel that menacing tone. You know what I mean? Like in the original song, Scar clearly means business because he's a bad guy, but in the 2019 one, I just didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it. I mean, Scar was just kind of there, like, to be the bad guy and all, but he was more of like a depressed type character. He wasn't a pure evil character like he was in the original. And that just kind of irritated me. Mufasa's death was still the same. He gets trampled on by the stampede. there were very few scenes in this film that were not identical to the original. First, there was one scene when it goes from Simba and Pumbaa and Timon to Scar talking to Simba's mother about why, um, Mufasa chose her, or she chose Mufasa instead of Scar, and why he would like her to eat with him and everything else, but she clearly refuses. Scar loses it because, he's madly in love with her or something. And then he makes the hyenas eat first, and then the lions eat last. And then there was another scene when they show Nala escaping Pride Rock to go to find help or find Simba, even though no one knows that he's alive. So the overall tone of this film was virtually the same. Still, you know, neglected brother wants to rule the kingdom, but in order to do that, he has to kill his brother and his nephew. But the humor was added up, was some kind of unneeded in this particular version. It was still there, but it wasn't nearly as funny as the original one. And this all just maybe because I'm an adult and I've seen the original one dozens of times. I'm sure maybe even hundreds of times. But this one is so much like the original that it worked on what they did, but it didn't. Does that make sense? Like, what they did with this movie was they took the animated version, made it live action, and then added like a pinch of new stuff. And it worked for the most part. There is one slight cameo type thing that I thought was like, really? In one of the scenes, they have to have like when they're gonna ambush Pride Rock to save everything. Pumbaa's talking about that they need live bait and everything else, and clearly everyone starts looking at him, and Timon and Pumbaa like serve him as like a pig that you would eat for dinner, and Timon starts talking like the torch guy in Beauty and the Beast, and he even goes as far as saying, "Be our guest." And I'm like, really? Seriously, man? That's what Disney had to do? But other than that, the movie was okay. Rafiki was okay. I wish he was he had the same stuff that he did in the original by whacking Simba in the head, telling him that the past is still gonna hurt. But I wish they had kept that part in, but they didn't. So I mean, all in all, this movie was it was okay. It's something I will definitely watch more than once. But I do still like the original one better. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like 2019's Lion King? If you don't, that's fine. I can kind of see why. Me personally, I didn't mind it. So no videos tomorrow, most likely. Probably Tuesday, neither. Wednesday, I will do Hulk's trailer 2. I am not going to release the third trailer for a while because I am in the middle of working on something very big for Hulk. So, two things, actually. Two very large props for Hulk, and it's not going to be easy to do. And I would like to add that to the third trailer so that way it builds a whole bunch of hype. So, real quickly before, if you guys have already clicked away, that's fine. But if you haven't clicked away, thank you for that. But in Hulk, the main villain is going to be General Ross, and it's going to be as close to the comic books as I can make it, and just flat out. The third trailer will be probably the best one. And also, please feel free to do fan theories. I love watching you all do fan theories on my movies. I've only had like one or two people do it, and that's fine. This was back on my old stuff though. But please feel free to do fan theories. I love watching what you guys think. And sometimes, my movie is not ready to be filmed yet, so when people do fan theories, sometimes their fan theories end up in the actual movie. So, if you guys want some of that kind of feedback or credit, by all means, please make fan theories, because sometimes I do put in that stuff. That happened with Kruger, that happened with the Deadpool movie, that even happened with Gravity Man. But unfortunately, none of those movies exist anymore, so yay. But yeah, please feel free to do fan theories, because I love watching those, and I like seeing what people come up with that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would give The Lion King 2019 8 out of 10, because the overall story was the exact same thing, and those extra scenes that they added into it were okay. The jokes were okay. And all in all, it was an okay film. I'm a little irritated that I ruined one of my favorite Disney songs. And just overall, the singing portion of this movie was not great. None of the songs in it were great except for the first opening song, "The Circle of Life." That was about it. All the other songs in this movie just didn't work for me. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.